Once again, YouTube, it's the LazyEyebrowReviewer! And coming in for landing is part 2 of the Battle in Space 2-pack, Cyclonus. I just brought that plane to a halt. Anyway, let's review him. And since we can't really do that on the runway, because other planes need to land too, right? Let's taxi him off to a more suitable environment. Cyclonus also first appeared in the 1986 movie The Transformers. Originally Skywarp, Unicron rebuilt him into Cyclonus for Galvatron, who was really Megatron rebuilt, for those of you who are somehow unaware of this widely known fact. As a Cybertronian jet, he looks fairly cool, and I think the engineers did a fairly clever job of making this jet look screen accurate, while keeping robot mode accurate as well. One of his features in this mode is a working landing gear. By working, I mean they can pop out. By no means do these tires roll. To transform him, start by retracting the nose cone into the fuselage. Next, lift the entire upper assembly and fold these two parts into themselves and then close it back up. Then, spin his head around. Next, untab the engines and wings from the mid-rear section of the jet and swing them toward the front, like so. Make sure you click these into place where the cockpit is. Then, spin the engines around to form his hands. Next, extend the arms and point the fins outward. The wings are on a double hinge, so take them and swing them back, and lay them parallel with the shoulder. Finally, to form the legs, swing both the top sections of the mid-rear section of the jet, as well as the bottom sections, to become his calves. Lastly, flatten out the toe and heel to finish off this transformation. And here you have him, G1-esque Cyclonus. Still, not a fan of anybody past Season 2 of the original series, but I will admit, this guy is pretty cool. I really did like how they kept everything about the looks accurate, and how they came up with clever ways of carrying that out. Cyclonus, however, comes with a special little sidekick. This is Nightstick. I don't remember ever seeing Nightstick. Regardless though, this little minicon came with a set, so here he is. Articulation for this little gaffer includes legs that go forward and backward, arms that rotate in a full circle, and a bending elbow joint. To transform him, bring the cannon on his back up over his head. Next, roll his feet up and inward. Then bring his legs up toward his chest. And now he's a blaster for Cyclonus to use. Kinda like Megatron, but smaller. And apparently doesn't become a full-size robot when he's in robot mode. I must say though, of all the Transformers, I'd hate to be this guy. I'd always feel like I was being used. But now, in all seriousness, this guy plugs right into Cyclonus' right hand for use as a blaster. And now he can strike some fearsome poses with a gun in hand. He could even shoot some Autobots if he really wanted to. Cyclonus features light piping in his eyes to make them pop out when light is behind them, as you can see here. Which I always find this kind of cool, and I do like it in the figures. Articulation for Cyclonus features a swiveling head, bending and spinning elbow, 360-degree arm rotation, arms that swing out, legs on a ball joint that allow free movement out, forward, and backward, and quite the nice knee joint. And that pretty much does it for Cyclonus. So there you have it, the Battle in Space 2-pack featuring Hot Rod and Cyclonus. This set also came with its own 24-page comic book made specifically for this set. So, should you get this set? If you're a fan of the Season 3 and 4 characters, then by all means, yes, go out and buy this. Anyway, this has been the LazyEyebrowReviewer saying that maybe I should review someone I like next. What do you think?